Hi everybody, it's Phil. How are you doing today? Somebody asked me a question this morning. They asked me whether I would recommend professional qualifications or learning from an expert, from somebody who is actually doing the job right now. I found it quite a tough question to answer, really, because I didn't do particularly well academically, and most of my experience and most of my success has come from doing the do and learning from people who are doing it right now, or doing it right there and then. And it's really it's really kind of it's got me a bit angry, really. I don't know what to suggest, because I know that some of the best learnings I've done are from people that are far and above me in my industry, in my sector, like industry gurus, industry experts, that I'm watching their videos, reading their books, and I'm learning or taking bits from that. You're just not going to get that experience from learning from like a lecturer or a tutor at university. But then on the other flip side of it, I'm thinking, well, I think there's loads of people out there now who are kind of like winging it a bit too far. So I'm like the king of winging it, I admit that. But the people who are perhaps coming through now and claiming to be experts, I've got like a lack of understanding of the foundations, the principles of their like subject or speciality, and I just wonder whether that's good for. I wonder if that's good for the world. I wonder if that's good for, you know, the customers that we're trying to provide services and products for. I'm thinking about like the marketing sector that I work in. It's really easy to like learn how to do, I don't know, SEO, PPC, web development. And people say to me, oh, you know, you can get a website off Wix for like £5. I'm just kind of like, yes, you can, but for me, adding real value is helping a company or an entrepreneur or a business owner find a way of growing their business. A website is a tool, and it's great to be able to deliver a website. But for me, the real value comes from helping people with their like more fundamental issues, their more fundamental like growth problems. And I don't know whether you can help people until you've actually done it yourself, or until you've at least got the experience. But then that kind of brings me right back to the start of the question, which is about, is it about getting experience yourself, or is it about learning from people who've already got the experience? Because in one sense, you know, people are brought up to think, well, you're only going to learn through making mistakes. And I just wonder whether that's a bit of a stupid idea. I just wonder whether you should learn the mistakes that other people have made to avoid making the same mistakes. And I just don't think you get that on a professional qualification. I think you get a really good grounding in the fundamentals of a particular subject. But when you actually get to being a practitioner, when you get to actually running your company or you're launching your product, there's so many mistakes you make that you've got to try and avoid them at all costs. So I think it's a really tricky one, and I'd be genuinely interested to hear anyone's opinions on this if they disagree with me. But I think I'm going to fall down on the side of practical experience trumps qualifications, unless you need to be some sort of qualified person. So if you need to be a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, maybe an accountant, you've got to have the qualifications to actually practice that. But if it's something where you don't need professional qualifications, I think I've got to fall down on the side of, you know, maybe get to A-levels and then try and get out there and get some experience. I'm going to caveat that slightly by saying I don't think there's anything wrong in leaving school at 18, going to get 3 or 4 years of experience, and then thinking I'd really benefit from a professional qualification at that point. Because I think A, you'll know whether you love the subject, and B, you'll have a bit of commerciality behind you, a bit of knowledge, a bit of insight into how the world works. So that's my top tip. I think I'm going to say get a couple of years experience, and then if you think the qualification is relevant for you, go back to college, university, and get it. I suppose the final point in that is don't be too obsessed with university. I went to university, I did my first year of English and drama. I picked the wrong university. I just picked the wrong course. I didn't love it. I loved drama, I didn't really love English. And I dropped out. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done, but I can't help think that dropping out gave me that kick up the backside that I needed to get on with my life and just, you know, get a job and learn. So maybe the secret is just to go to university and then drop out after the first year. I don't know, I'm not an expert in this. That's just my opinion. I hope that helps. And yeah, please leave some comments, let me know what you're thinking, because I'm genuinely interested in this subject, and I'd like to get some more insight, and I'd like to hear your opinions as well. So thanks guys, have a great day. Cheers, bye.